Yet again, the Tampa Bay Lightning blow a 4-1 lead to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the boys win it 6-5 in overtime at Scotiabank Arena. And a much, much, much needed win for the Buds. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-5 in overtime. Calle Jarnkrok, just the guy you'd expect to be the overtime hero. And the Leafs end the 4-game losing streak. And I think we all went into this thinking, you cannot make it 5. And especially when the Leafs, were down 4-1, came back to make it 4-4, and they made it 5-4 very quick afterwards. You're thinking, you can't lose this. You gotta win this game. Then they tie it and send it overtime, and you're like, we cannot have 1 point. We need 2. And Jarnkrok ends it. Beautiful stuff. But we're going to break this thing down in its entirety. And we're going to start in the first period with the first couple shifts looked really good. Because going into the game, we hear about all the new look lines, right? Nick Robertson gets the call, and they loan Pontus Holmberg to the Toronto Marlies. So up comes Nick Robertson. He's on a line with Max Domi, who's playing the center position, and Calle Jarnkrok on their wing. Okay, you have obviously the Tavares, Nylander, and Bertuzzi line still together. And then you have the number 1 line, which we have all expected. I don't know, did I say it in a video recently? I can't remember if I did or not. But Matthew Knies finally getting that chance to play on the top line with Matthews and Marner. And on their very first shift together, 3:42 in, they win a board battle. It gets to Marner, and he lays a soft saucer pass to Knies as he's heading towards the net. It's kind of, bouncing around a little bit, but he finds it and beats Johansson for his 3rd goal of the season. He loves playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. He had the 2 goals earlier from Max Domi, which amounted to that 3-1 comeback earlier in the season. And you're in front 1-0. Knies with his 3rd. Matthews, Marner grab assists on the goal at 3:42. We're buzzing. And then the wheels fall off. The team defense sucked. But Ilya Samsonov, I don't know how many times I have to continue to go on here and talk about this guy being Swimmy Swimsonov. Like, it's just the way it is for him in net. You're watching him fly around from post to post, so unconventional. I'm surprised he still had a stick in his hand at that point. And just everything. The Victor Hedman one just beat him. Coming down the short side and just beat him. Right? It was not a pretty shot from Victor Hedman, but the problem was it's positional. He wasn't in the right position, and he just beat him low glove. And we're to 1-1 tie, and that was, 30 seconds after the Leafs had taken the lead. Where have we heard that before? Literally the last game against Buffalo. But they weren't done. Kucherov walks into the slot. I can't remember which goal happened, honestly. All I know is that Kucherov scores at 6:11. Then on the power play, he wires one. But again, Samsonov's just flying around, can't make a save. And that's on the power play, 11:27. You're down 3-1. Then Braden Point 4 minutes after that at 15:13. He makes it 4-1 on the power play again. So back-to-back power play goals for the Lightning. They made it 4-1. Samsonov yanked 4 goals on 12 shots for Ilya Samsonov. And that's how the first period ends. You're down 4-1, outshot 14-8. And I tweeted out in the intermission. And if you don't follow the X or whatever it is down below, go do so. Because I like to tweet during games. So if you want to be more interactive and stuff like that, the link is down below for that stuff. For all 3 teams, I'm trying to do it. And I said in that tweet, I'm like, what? My Leafs brain hates me. Because I think, well, Joseph Woll's in. Maybe a different look in the second period for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I'm thinking, you're a Leaf fan. You're going to get hurt. But in that second period, Marner, the gorgeous feed to Austin Matthews, and he rips it. Right? And he rips it past, no, this was the point shot from Austin Matthews. And, Knies didn't get a point on this goal. It was Marner with the primary and Brody with the secondary assist at 2:22. But Matthew Knies' screen in front, electric. I think it goes right through Matthew Knies' legs and into the back of the net. It's a 4-2 game. Just 2:22 in. We're right there. About 3 minutes after that, Marner lays an absolute muffin. Because you see Matthew Knies flying down the left wing, and he's got Victor Hedman kind of going stride for stride, and you absolutely know Matthew Knies is going to win that race. So Marner, being the really smart player, he's a great passer he is, fires a sauce across the ice in front of both guys, and who's going to get it? Well, it's obviously Matthew Knies who outskates Victor Hedman, and Matthews is going directly towards the front of the net. So Matthew Knies has the puck, and just the backhand pass to the front of the net to Matthews, and he's on his backhand, and he slides it 5-hole on Johansson. There's like 3.5 minutes after you made it a 2-goal game. It's now a 1-goal game, and Austin Matthews gives the fans a "let's go" chant. Get them fired up, because my God, as a fan, if I was there and I had paid all that money and watched that first period, I'd be pissed. I'd be furious. So for Matthews to get everyone fired up, it was much needed. Matthew Knies with the gorgeous, gorgeous feed. Marner with the beautiful secondary assist. Matthews has 13 goals in 12 games. Are you kidding me? And I know it's one game, but Matthew Knies on that line, oh my God, it looks gorgeous. And it's a 4-3 game, and the Leafs flat out dominate the Tampa Bay Lightning in that second period, outshoot them 12-6, but it felt like it was a lot more. And you go into the third period, you're down a goal. And I'm thinking to myself, and I think I tweeted it out as well, you played an outstanding second. Continue that pressure into the third period. And what do the Leafs do? I think the second shift of the period, it's the new look line. The Max Domi, Nick Robertson, and Calle Jarnkrok line. And the puck gets dumped down into the offensive zone. Nick Robertson goes flying in and wins the puck battle. Now it gets a little bouncy around there down below the goal line for a little bit. But again, he gets in there on the forecheck initially to create all that havoc. And then it gets to, who was that? Was that Ryan? No, where am I here? It was Max Domi along the half boards. And Nick Robertson, you see him slide towards the circle. And Domi lays a beautiful pass right on the spot for Nick Robertson, who wires it, and it goes off the shoulder of Johansson. He fights it off. He fights it off right in front of the net, and Calle Jarnkrok is there to bury it for his second goal of the season at $1:55 of the third period. Robertson and Domi, isn't it a great sight? That third line getting a goal, and the Leafs are right there they're tied. They're tied. It's 4-4 at this point. 8 seconds after that goal, can we talk about the gorgeous board pass from Matthew Knies, who hits Mitch Marner right off the face-off? And he comes down and fires a shot high glove on Johansson, and it beats him! And the Leafs are now up 5-4, 2:03 into the third period. Knies and Morgan Riley grab assists in the goal at 2:03, and just like that, the Leafs have a 5-4 advantage. What is going on with this team? And they play a really good period, and then things start to get hilarious. You see Nikita Kucherov take a penalty, and he is not happy, right? He is not happy. And you see, and you're like, Marner, yeah, a little bit of embellishment there. But how many times in every single game is Kucherov a pain in the ass? Like a pain in the rear to the point where, he's just going to go by a guy and whoop, jab him one or hit him in the leg just because he's skating by him. Just be a pain. So for it to backfire, because they were coming down into the offensive zone at that time. So, a little jab to Marner, trips him up, and, maybe get an odd man rush. But instead, it's a penalty, you numbnuts. And now the Toronto Maple Leafs have a power play looking to bury it again. Now, obviously, they don't get anything on the power play. And then it was funny because every single time Tampa had an opportunity to flop or play something up, they did the rest of the way. I think it was a Perbix or Radish who got hit in the shoulder, I think it was it Domi? Or Bertuzzi? I think it was Bertuzzi's stick. And it took him about 2 or 3 seconds, and it was like, and then threw his stick. And then the referees go to the bench. They're like, they huddle up, and then they go to the benches. There's no penalty. This guy's a clown. I mean, they're trying to do that kind of stuff, and I thought it was hilarious. Because the only time they could score anything was on the power play. Now, that obviously being said, with less than 3 to play, a point shot from, Calvin DeHaan, and it looks like it got redirected just enough from Max Domi, unfortunately, as the puck's coming in. I don't know why Domi's stick was in the shot lane, but either way. And it just squeaks through Joe Wall, and then Brandon Hagel pounces on it to tie the game with under 3 to play. It's 5-5. We go to overtime. Leafs get the possession, huge in overtime, and they have some glorious chances, can't bury it. And then Nylander at this point doesn't have anything going. No points for him. The point streak's on the line, and he does an incredible move. Right, gets the puck in his own end, and I don't know who was on him. Was it Braden Point? I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Braden Point. Or I'm going to say Braden Point. And he spins off him, so now he's caught in the dust. Nylander comes flying up, and he's got the D on him, and he's got Braden Point now with him, so you get 2, and he drops it off to Morgan Rielly in the slot, coming right down Broadway. No, Braden Point was right in front of the net, so I don't know who the hell it was that was chasing him down. But Braden Point's got to come out for the shot, and who's at the side of the net? Calle Jarnkrok, and Morgan Rielly, instead of shooting it, is a little pass to the back door to Calle Jarnkrok, who redirects it into the empty cage for the overtime winner, and the Leafs win it 6-5. Jarnkrok from Morgan Rielly and Willie Nylander at 46 seconds of the overtime frame. Shots and goal in the third period were 11-11, and in overtime it was 2-0 Leafs for the game. It was 33-31 in favor of the Buds. 2 for 3 for the Lightning on the power play. Leafs were actually 0 for 3 on their power play, but honestly, I'm just so happy to see depth goal scoring. Obviously, Elias Samson on 4 goals and 12 shots, not great. Joseph Woll, yet again, against Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a carbon copy of what we saw in Tampa, right? Woll comes in, 1 goal, 19 shots, shuts the door, gives the team a chance to get the game back in their favor, and you win a hockey game. Now, a few things I want to discuss really quickly before I wrap this up. The first line, cash money. Matthews at 2 goals, 1 assist, +4. Mitch Marner, a goal, 3 assists, +4. Matthew Knies, a goal, 2 assists, +4. Absolutely outstanding. That third line looked incredible. Calle Jarnkrok, 2 goals, a +1. Where are we? Domi had an assist. Robertson had assists, both even players. Morgan Rielly had a couple assists in the game. It felt good, man. It really did to have a third line that did some damage. I loved Domi at center. I thought he looked outstanding. You have the calm, cool, and collected Calle Jarnkrok on that line as well. And I love it. Now, it's 1 game, but it's a very, very promising. You got 2 goals from your bottom 6. Like, what else do you need to say? You know, and I thought Lagesson looked good. I thought Simon Benoit actually looked quite good. Had 3 hits in the game, and then he blocked a couple shots on that one little 2-on-1 play, lied down and blocked the cross-seam pass. I thought he looks good. And Lagesson's trying to lay the body on guys. Good. Come in and do a job. The one thing I want to talk about real quick is Ryan Reeves. Can we just sit the guy in the press box, please? Like, I'm done with it, okay? And it seems that Sheldon Keefe was done with it today. At this point, Noah Gregor, his line mates, right? 10:29. Where's David Camp? 11:20. Ryan Reeves played 4:32. I mean, can we put someone else out there who you can play for a few more minutes? 4:32, what's the point? You're just wasting a spot on the bench. Gonna leave it at that. Don't want to talk about anything else. Now, next up for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they welcome in the Ottawa Senators to town for the first time this year on Wednesday night. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. And the key for me, can they build off of this game? Like, don't come from behind, put up a great performance. We're all thinking the vibes are changing, and then you hit a wall. Like, I don't want to see that. Come out there against Ottawa and show us that you've not changed, but improved. That's all I'm asking for, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys Wednesday, Raptors edition, 8:30. They're in Dallas taking on the Mavericks. Looking to see if they can build on their last win. It's going to be a tough one, though. The Mavs are a damn good team, and Doncic and Kyrie. I mean, what else do you need to say? And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, like I said, they're back in action on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock puck drop against the Ottawa Senators. Assume Joseph Woll is going to be in the cage. I think if it's anything else, I will be absolutely baffled. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And, of course, the results of today's game. We'll talk to you guys then.